Alright, today's video is going to just be about grass. This is the field we planted with 14-way cross plus oats as a nurse crop. And I just am so pleased by the way this turned out. So if you're bored by grass, well, I'll move the cattle here in a minute. But I mean, this is just better diversity and how thick it is. I mean, we planted that this spring, and it's just unbelievable. I can hardly walk through the stuff already grazed because of how thick it is. We're definitely going to have to duplicate this. And I grazed the cattle. You know, this is a new field for me, so I'm still like figuring out my measurements of how much grass. But there's the graze line. And there's still plenty here. You can see there's lots of grass here because we're going to want to come back at least one more time, maybe two more times. But this is just tremendous what we're doing here. Yeah, cattle don't look like they're hurting at all, do they? Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know if we planted this or not. Honestly, I can't remember what all we put into it. But they love this. Whatever this is, that's their first choice. It's like a little bit of candy or something. It's amazing. Love it. So we're going to let the cattle, you can see they're ready to go. They're following me here. Or I'll walk backwards. Do you want to move or what? Sorry, I can't walk backwards. The grass is too thick. So I think I grazed them a little too tight on this one. So we're going to give them just a hair more on today's paddock. And we'll see what we can do. But I think this is like a video note for me for next year. We're going to use the same mix. The feed mill has it saved, whatever I used. And it just turned out tremendously. We had to make some adjustments after doing the headlands. Come on, guys. You lazy such and suches. There they go. But all the cattle are looking to be in tremendous condition. Like, look at the... This is crazy for carrying a calf right now. She's doing an amazing job. I thought some of my cattle were out because I came by and I only saw one. And they were just still laying down. They just didn't care too much. But if you look at what they're nabbing, they're grabbing those broadleaf plants, whatever these are, as a first bite as they walk to the end of the paddock. That's amazing. Yeah, so this has been a big success story for us this year. You know, I think one of the adjustments we had to make was our seeding rate because we're used to, see how loose that is though? I think I planted too much clover. I don't know. I like having clover in a recovering field though. Her condition doesn't seem to be hurting. She is pretty loose. It's hard to know. But this was in beans and then corn in the previous 2 years, so we're quite pleased to have this into pasture. And we did have to adjust our seeding rate because everything on the drill was adjusted for hay, which is not planted quite as thick as this. There's very little purpose, but this is a permanent pasture that we don't intend to take out, so we wanted to basically just carpet the thing. And boy, has it worked out. Just to give you an idea of just how thick it is, it's unbelievable. So next year we're going to be taking right here where this corn is, and we're going to go all the way to the county ditch that way. And then we have to plant some of this ground into hay next year as we continue to grow our numbers on the cattle. This last couple weeks have been pretty hot, upper 80s, and it was kind of I had them out here with no shade, and I just wanted to see how they did. And pretty much the only one suffering is that black cow. These red and white ones did not seem to bother them at all. They didn't stop eating. They weren't panting. They weren't drinking really much extra water, to be honest. Just the black cow. And so in my mind, she's the first on the list to go as we grow. If I have a culling opportunity, that's definitely going to be one. All right, so I'll have one more video probably next week where we're loading up ewes to take up to Sami and George, and we're taking a ram up there for Sami too, so that's pretty cool. And then we'll be up at grazing school to hear what Greg, Judy, and Isaac have to say, and get to see some old friends for the first time in about a year. Looking forward to that. Anyway, take care.